Food with a Face. At its core, it is a project that strives for food justice, aiming to reduce food production's impact on the globe, shifting mindsets for a more sustainable circular system within a city. Living systems have been around for a few billion years, and will be around for many more. As humans, we have adopted a linear approach. We take, we make, and we dispose. A new phone comes out, so we ditch the old one. Each time we do this, we eat into a finite supply of resources and often produce toxic waste. It simply can't work long term. In the living world, there's no landfill. Instead, materials flow. One species' waste is another one's food. Energy is provided by the sun, things grow, then die, and nutrients return to the soil safely, and it works. This is not the case in today's food industry. The UK imports 48% of its food, opting for cheaper methods of mass farming. A staggering 8.4 million people are still considered in food poverty, while 33% of UK food still ends up on the waste. This system is unfair, wasteful, unnutritious, and simply not sustainable. A short snippet from a TED Talk by Brent Loken will now be played. It highlights the fundamental need for change in our agriculture system.
About 10,000 years ago, humans began to farm. This agricultural revolution was a turning point in our history that enabled people to settle, build, and create. In short, agriculture enabled the existence of civilization. Today, approximately 40% of our planet is farmland. Spread all over the world, these agricultural lands are the pieces to a global puzzle we are all facing. In the future, how can we feed every member of a growing population a healthy diet? Meeting this goal will require nothing short of a second agricultural revolution. The first agricultural revolution was characterized by expansion and exploitation, feeding people at the expense of forests, wildlife, and water, and destabilizing the climate in the process. That's not an option the next time around. Agriculture depends on a stable climate, with predictable seasons and weather patterns. This means we can't keep expanding our agricultural lands because doing so will undermine the environmental conditions that make agriculture possible in the first place. Instead, the next agricultural revolution will have to increase the output of our existing farmland for the long term, while protecting biodiversity, conserving water, and reducing pollution and greenhouse gas emissions. So what will the future farms look like?
Food with a Face aims to answer this question, bringing farming into the urban, increasing connectivity between people and what they consume. One element of this is to invest in spaces for vertical farming. These systems are proposed within the immediate project and further into the city. The plan is that regenerative agriculture will help us become more aware of our environment and the benefits of the site's natural cycles for both ecosystems and food production. To construct these spaces, the architecture will draw inspiration from nature through biomimicry and material choice. It will adapt to sunlight, collect water, and generate its own power, becoming adaptable as technologies advance. A question arose: why shouldn't buildings die? Like all living things, the proposal is designed to behave naturally throughout its lifespan. By acknowledging our biosynergy with nature, we recognise that we are not more important than nature, but equals. Our buildings should behave as much, contributing back to the life cycle of the ecosystem. This mirrors the understanding that our relationship with nature is symbiotic. It all comes full circle. The scheme aims to increase our sense of belonging within nature, as well as understanding its lifespan. With the help of Food with a Face, maybe we can beat food inequality, and maybe even change the mindset of modern day cities to embrace biosynergy. Thank you for listening to this short introduction.